Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, March 25th, at 8:26 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 700 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Philippines deploys more patrol ships amid rift with China. North Korea fires 2 ballistic missiles into Sea of Japan. Snowboarders escaped monster avalanche, but not the law. Just days after a mass shooting at a Boulder supermarket, a man carried 5 guns and body armor into an Atlanta Publix. Asian family who just lost father gets racist, threatening letter after funeral. Report, NY Governor prioritized Chris Cuomo and other family members for COVID testing. Andrew Yang poses with naked cowboy who was spotted at Trump's pre-Capitol riot rally. Editorial, if LA wants homeless people out of Echo Park Lake, then give them housing. Tucker Carlson slams Barack Obama for saying recent shootings were motivated by racism and misogyny. Chauvin trial, what do we know about the jury? The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. China attacks foreign clothing, shoe brands over Xinjiang, The Associated Press. COVID-19 news, Hive updates, The New York Times. Vigils are held for the Boulder shooting victims as the gunman's first court appearance is expected Thursday, CNN. Crackdown at Echo Park homeless encampment begins as Los Angeles Police Department moves in, clashes with protesters, Los Angeles Times. The CDC is tracking a recent uptick in COVID-19 cases. Its chief says spring breakers and eased restrictions concern her, CNN. Goldman Sachs says surging demand for electric car batteries will boost these stocks, CNBC. Man arrested at Atlanta grocery with 5 guns, body armor, police say, NBC News. Britney Spears' attorney files petition requesting Jody Montgomery as permanent conservator, Variety. How Tesla plans to tackle Bitcoin volatility in payments for its vehicles, Yahoo Finance. If California Governor Newsom faces recall, Tom Steyer mulling run as fallback Democrat, report, Fox News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Biden administration to spend $10 billion on COVID-19 shots for hardest-hit communities. The mental and emotional state of parents in 3 words or fewer. Face mask liners make big claims, but are they safe to wear? This type of pizza is having a moment during the pandemic. Seth Meyers rips Republicans spewing St. Bulsty line after every mass shooting. Stunning new black hole image reveals its most mysterious feature. Top Amazon execs snarky tweets for Bernie Sanders backfire. Stephen Colbert spots the single most annoying rioter in Trump's January 6th insurrection. Utah GOP Governor Spencer Cox signs controversial porn filter measure. Cargo ship charted X-rated route before getting stuck in Suez Canal. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Restaurant receives barstool funds in time of need. Teen builds roller coaster in backyard. Baby born on highway outside of Chicago. Couple overcomes cancer diagnosis, wins wedding. Long haulers wonder about effects of vaccines. Blues hockey legend Bob Plidger killed in crash. Group now inly misallocating 6K CPS vaccines. Incredible near miss of officer as semi-truck slams into crashed car. Sheriff's office welcomes 3 new K9 units. Missing sandwich man, 88, found dead. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. AstraZeneca, after rebuke, releases new data supporting its vaccine. Governor Cuomo, end long-term solitary confinement. Supply isn't the only thing stymieing Europe's vaccine rollout. Visit at home. The state of vaccinations. NCAA tournament Hive, women finalize Sweet 16. New York's reopening, wild, exciting, hopeful, bad. The race for mayor is still wide open. Essential migrant farm workers risk infection and deportation. 8 candidates compete for a job that may involve prosecuting Trump. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. U.S. tops 30 coronavirus infections, Jew data shows. Joe Pitts, misinformation hearing with Facebook, Twitter, Google CEOs, why even more censorship may be next. Deadline day arrives, and Lowry's future still unclear. Jones helps Sharks sweep series versus Kings with 4-2 win. Texas advances to Sweet 16 with 71-62 win over UCLA. GOP's Roy Blunt blasts Democrat false narrative on voter suppression. Middleton, Bucks beat Celtics 121-119 for 8th straight win. Mexico beats US 1-0 in men's Olympic soccer qualifying. Prince Charles wanted to issue point-by-point response to Harry and Meghan's allegations, royal expert says. Arizona women in first Sweet 16 since 1998 after win over Bayou. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, March 25th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. FBI, International comes to CBS and Paramount Plus, and new seasons of FBI, Most Wanted. Sweet 16 analysis, key stats, matchups to watch in this weekend's March Madness action. Stimulus check latest, track your relief payment from the IRS. Paramount Plus now exclusive English language home to CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Child tax credit, IRS not set up currently to provide regular monthly payments, says expert. Women's History Month, assessing pandemic's disproportionate impact on women in the workforce. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Is your Santander branch closing? Lender closing 111 UK banks. Coronavirus UK, nightclub boss says vaccine passports will bring revelers back to venues. Irish airline Aer Lingus moves staff to Britain over coronavirus uncertainty. Johnny Depp loses bid to overturn High Court ruling that he beat Amber Heard. Astonishing moment, wild black bear climbs inside a jacuzzi to warm up in the cold mountain air. Macron delivers humiliating vaccine mea culpa on at EU summit. Prince Charles lays a wreath in Athens on first full day of visit to Greece. COVID lockdown UK, shell-shocked business leaders say closure of John Lewis stores is devastating. The top-performing funds and investment trusts since ISIS were launched in 1999. New Zealand gives parents 3 days paid leave after a miscarriage or stillbirth in world-first law. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Prince Harry joins the American plutocracy. Explainer, and Korean missile tests follow same old playbook. For Brazil's doctors, choosing who lives and who dies exacts a toll. Torch relay for Tokyo Olympics kicks off its 121-day journey. COVID-19 Hive updates. Total U.S. coronavirus cases set to hit 30 million mark as infections rise in most states. Stuck ship in Egypt's Suez Canal imperils shipping worldwide. North Korea test fires ballistic missiles in message to U.S. Saudi official reject reports that he threatened UN investigator in Khashoggi murder. Massive second wave of infections is emerging in India, pitting the virus against the vaccine rollout. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus Hive news. EU leaders to meet to discuss vaccine supplies. AstraZeneca publishes full trial results. Biden to host first press conference under pressure on immigration and guns. U.S. politics live. Investors cautious ahead of European vaccine summit. Business Hive. EU leaders push back against bloc's plans to halt COVID vaccine export. Suez Canal, race to free beached whale container ship enters third day. I'm not sure where we go from here. Pandemic fuels rise in U.S. homelessness. Haiti deportations soar as Biden administration deploys Trump-era health order. Made in Italy review, autobiographical poignancy from Liam Neeson and Son. Gun reform laws eluded Biden in 2013. Could this showdown with the NRA be different? The latest must-have among U.S. billionaires, a plan to end the climate crisis. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Biden administration allows access to border facility, but not one's overcapacity. Former Olympic snowboarder Julie Pomagolski dies in avalanche. Colorado shooting suspect to make first court appearance. Congress to press big tech CEOs over speech, misinformation. 80 years after Pearl Harbor, veterans remains identified. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Daniel Guarini, Lazio youth team midfielder dies age 19. Suez Canal, owner of cargo ship blocking waterway apologizes. COVID-19, Merkel defends rollout as vaccine pressure grows. COVID vaccine, AstraZeneca updates U.S. vaccine efficacy results. Nike, H&M face China fury over Xinjiang cotton concerns. Cured, how mental illness was used as a tool against LGBT rights. Japan lights Olympic torch after 1-year COVID delay. Twitter, buyer defends paying $2.90 for Mona Lisa of tweets. Somalia photography, I want it to be normal for women to take photos. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Migrant crossings rise along US-Mexico border. Family said Colorado suspect had mental illness, experts say that's rarely the cause of mass shootings. AP Top Stories March 25. 34% of Americans hesitant to get vaccinated would get Johnson & Johnson. AstraZeneca releases updated information, live COVID-19 updates. Birdwatching, perfect for social distancing. Grassroots efforts aim to boost vaccination rates. Shocked and horrified, man fatally stabs mother and uncle during Zoom call in Southern California, authorities say. Boulder shooting, mourners honor Hives of 10 victims murdered. Today in history for March 25. Florida cops angry over contract by billboards, warn parents about state capitol's murder rate. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. In Raw Bonta, Newsom picks an attorney general who embodies American dream, New California. Family offering $12,000 for return of stolen French bulldog, latest in string of dog thefts. Police Commission rules Los Angeles Police Department officers justified in April shooting, but disapproves of tactics. LA's illegal dumping problem is worsening, controllers report says. Times coverage of anti-Asian racism during the pandemic. How can we address anti-Asian racism? Ask our reporters. Life, Emptiness and Resolve, a photo essay on the pandemic's toll along Pico Boulevard. Photos, Echo Park Lake closure looms for homeless residents. Rob Bonta named California Attorney General, would be first Filipino-American in role. Amid gun control debate, federal court rules states may restrict open carry of weapons. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, March 25th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. In 2020 the ultra-rich got richer, now they're bracing for the backlash. UK salmon export to EU drop 98%, beef export 92%, cheese export 85%. New Zealand Parliament unanimously approves paid leaves after miscarriage, a measure believed to be among the first in the world. Over 30 million people one step away from starvation, UN warns. Israel to displace 1,550 Palestinians to build park in Jerusalem. UN confirms report on Saudi threat against Khashoggi investigator. Canada adds blood clot warning to AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine. German government agreed to draft law to grant citizenship to more descendants of Nazi victims. If enacted, law should fully close loophole that led to many victims' descendants being denied citizenship, despite long-standing policy of allowing descendants of persecuted Jews to reclaim citizenship. Brazil is suffocating, COVID surge creates severe oxygen crisis. Wind responsible for 51% of Irish state's electricity last month. Pfizer is now testing a COVID-19 pill. After 1 year and 300,000 dead, Brazil creates a special health committee to deal with COVID. Doctors Without Borders driver assaulted, staff witness men dragged off buses and killed in Tigray. Facebook finds Chinese hacking operation targeting UIers. The next headlines are from Forbes. Sir David Attenborough backs new UK tech that can recycle all plastics. Governor Cuomo's family received privileged access to COVID-19 testing at the start of the pandemic, reports say. Samsung adds loops art and music streams to 4K TV offerings. Revised U.S. trials numbers show AstraZeneca vaccine is 76% effective against symptomatic COVID-19. UFC 260 Myosic vs. Ngannou, pre-fight press conference video live stream. New York Yankees will stream 21 games regionally on Amazon Prime Video. Orlando Magic, Boston Celtics keep Aaron Gordon staring contest going. NCAA stays true to form in behind donut controversy. WWE NXT results, winners, news and notes on March 24, 2021. Asylum expert, respecting human rights also controls the border. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Mars's core has been measured, and it's surprisingly large. Coronavirus Diaries, the COVID-19 non-destructive detection of photonic qubits. Developmental and biophysical determinants of grass leaf size worldwide. A 4-qubit germanium quantum processor. Quadrivalent influenza nanoparticle vaccines induce broad protection. Macroscopic materials assembled from nanoparticle superlattices. My dreams have been weird since the magpies arrived. Quantum diamond sensors. What Newton did next, the power of self-deception, and how the new normal becomes normal, books in brief. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,694,310,149 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern stars in Vinewood's Cardboard City, snapped up by Jetpack Distribution exclusive. Johnny Depp loses battle to challenge wife-beater libel ruling. UK's National Theatre to reopen with Under Milkwood, Afterlife. Busing taps new directors to head festival and market. Taiwan Documentary Festival to open with Hong Kong protest film Inside the Red Brick Wall. Sinu World Racing fresh liquidity as 2020 losses reach $2.65 billion. Chrissy Teigen deletes her Twitter account, it's time for me to say goodbye. Monster Union sets Korean version of UK comedy series Uncle. Warner Brothers, TV fires All Rise creator Greg Spottiswoode following misconduct probe. Britney Spears attorney files petition requesting Jodie Montgomery as permanent conservator. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. One's Antifa, one's in a militia, how an ancestry match led to an unlikely bond. The pandemic pushed people outside and now, some companies hope they stay there. Lying through truth, misleading facts fuel vaccine misinformation. NCAA looms large in debate over transgender sports restrictions. Senator Bernie Sanders' next progressive frontier, reshaping a rigged tax system. 5 questions ahead of Biden's first news conference as president. Opinion: 5 ways to make the vaccine rollout more equitable. Facebook, Twitter, Google CEOs testify before Congress. 4 things to know. U.S. refugee program on life support, facing big challenges. Ballistic missile launch near Japan pushes tensions with North Korea. The following headlines are from the week. Is Biden setting Harris up to fail? How to oust Louis DeJoy, a guide for nervous presidents. North Korea fires 2 ballistic missiles into sea. The Triangle Shirtwaist fires tragic resonance. A pro-Trump evangelical advised getting the COVID-19 vaccine, his fans revolted. Late-night hosts laugh at the giant ship blocking the Suez Canal, chide Fox News for fake Kamala Harris scandal. Virginia becomes first southern state to abolish the death penalty. New York's Cuomo reportedly got special COVID-19 testing for family members, other VIPs last year. AstraZeneca says revised data shows COVID-19 vaccine 76% effective. Senate confirms Rachel Levine as Assistant Health Secretary, first transgender official confirmed. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Captivity narrative. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Gravitational lenses could allow a galaxy-wide internet. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, March 25th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Stunning images of Agradalsfjall volcano in Iceland. Does a green sky predict a tornado? Owl keeps an eye out, in New York. Milky Way mosaic took 12 years, 1,250 hours. Air pollution returning to pre-COVID levels. Long trip to Mars may cause astronauts to misread emotions. Nova brightens in Cassiopeia. The next news is from Politico. 29M AstraZeneca vaccine doses discovered. Apple's privacy problem. Biden's first 100 days. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. McConnell's number 2 weighs future as Trump reshapes Senate GOP. They are, in effect, supporting racism. Black leaders ramp up filibuster pressure on Senate Dems. Sources: Secret Service inserted itself into case of Hunter Biden's bun. Biden discovers there is no way to script the presidency. Crazy things happen. Biden's next spending spree fuels a fight over risks. Partisan lines blur as Congress tries to curb Biden's war powers. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. AFL 2021 Round 2 Hive updates. Carlton Blues, Collingwood Magpies renew rivalry at MCG. NRL 2021 Round 3 Hive updates. Penrith Panthers v Melbourne Storm at Bluebet Stadium. Perth fisherman who died in Yanchep Ocean mystery identified. Has the bubble burst for Old Bill? Morrison to keep Porter and Reynolds in reshuffle as he battles storm. Fiji and Pacific Island Super Rugby teams a step closer. Griffin denies FIFA talk as Hunt says Shark would be good addition for Dragons. Still a work in progress, Perry's rocky road back from injury. We would cripple the game in this country, Rennie says Wallabies must let Koroyd beat go. North Sydney Bears mend rifts that threaten to tear the club apart. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The fate of Facebook's business model may lie in the hands of the European Union Supreme Court. Tax guy, do you qualify for trader status in the eyes of the IRS? Take this quiz to find out. Americans struggle to save in pandemic year 2, and millions live paycheck to paycheck. SEC cracks opens probe into blank check company IPO mania, report. Europe markets, European stocks slip while market linked to bonds phrase. Auto trader, Porsche is now making electric bicycles, and they're not cheap. Nerd wallet, people who save more skimp more on these things. Next Avenue, 2 accidents that nearly killed her motivated this woman to make a 2,190-mile solo hike. The New York Post, Cuomo reportedly directed family members, including CNN anchor Chris Cuomo, to get special COVID testing. The Moneyest, my late partner of 7 years fought with his estranged wife and transferred $250K into a trust for me. Can she contest that money? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Maker's Marks, who really invented the humbucker, Guitar.com. Black women who changed our world, U.S. Embassy in Georgia. Exelide Bioscience CEO cannot nix claim he held IP hostage, Law 360. How a 1990s decryption patent cost Apple $308.5 million. Texas lawyer, Law.com. 7th Circ, should find patent thickets aren't anti-competitive, Law 360. 7 female innovators who created 218 inventions, decades before women could vote, Forbes. Summary of Judgments, 2020, of the Intellectual Property Court of the Supreme People's Court of China, Lexology. UK government most legislative changes to safeguard AI inventions, World Intellectual Property Review, World Intellectual Property Review. Public access to records in patent cases, reason. FDA expands indication of use for Tivic Health clear-up sinus pain relief to include congestion for common cold, flu and allergies, PR Newswire. The next headlines are from Quartz. Vaccine win-win, Suez still blocked, mask memed. How to launch a racial justice initiative at your organization. Three-wheelers, the punchline of the auto world, are finally having a moment. The necessary, and the bizarre, COVID-19 habits Indians picked up a year since the lockdown. 1 year since the world's harshest lockdown, Indians want a vaccine for poverty. India's economic recovery may be delayed if oil prices continue to rise. The Suez Canal's worst stuck ship fiasco lasted 8 whole years. AstraZeneca's data missteps shows that drug regulation actually works. Holly. Disney's Black Widow decision is a huge blow to a desperate theater industry. The following headlines are from TechDirt. City of London police parrot academic publishers line that people visiting Hive should be afraid, very afraid. NFL's Thursday Night Football goes exclusive to Amazon Prime Video. Content moderation case study, huge surge in users on one server prompts intercession from Discord, 2021. Drone company wants to sell cops a drone that can break windows, negotiate with criminals. Beware of Facebook CEOs bearing Section 230 reform proposals. Verizon again doubles down on Yahoo after 6 years of failure. Daily Deal, Waypro no-code landing page builder. If Trump ever actually creates a social network of his own, you can bet it will rely on Section 230. Despite a decade of complaints, U.S. wireless carriers continue to abuse the word unlimited. Sidney Powell asks court to dismiss defamation lawsuits because she was just engaging in heated hyperbole, even when she was filing lawsuits. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Hannah Montana. Net vs. Jazz. Kim Janey. Mexico vs. USA 2021. Danny Trejo. Kim Jong-un, North Korean. Kyle Lowry. Chase Claypool. Bobby Plitcher. Mexico vs. USA. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Traffic through Suez Canal fully suspended, as tugs try to free stuck container ship. Merkel backs EU's joint vaccine procurement model despite complaints that European nations don't have enough COVID jabs. Has the West lost Russia? European identity is collapsing in the continent's largest country, with the youth leading the charge. Bitcoin could become outlawed the way gold was outlawed in 1934, Ray Dalio. Russia should withdraw singer Manizha from Eurovision because it's a politicized contest that promotes LGBTQ values, says MP. Over half of Israelis have received both shots of COVID-19 vaccine, Health Minister. It might take weeks to free enormous beached whale ship stuck in Suez Canal, dredging firm. Reddit fires controversial transgender activist linked to 2 pedophilia scandals after users revolt. Flag shagging or completely normal? New rule says Union Jack to fly on all government buildings, polarizing Brits. Watch as Russian Soyuz rocket launches 36 separate satellites into near-Earth orbit as part of joint mission with UK firm, video. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Von Greyers, why buy gold when there's Bitcoin and Tesla? Russia using disinformation to erode trust in vaccines, Blinken tells NATO summit. Are we staring at a coming systemic breakdown and the end of capitalism? Fraud that brought down Wirecard started years earlier than previously believed. Biden says migrant surge began under Trump, puts Harris in charge of border crisis. UK lockdown 1 year on, it doesn't work, it never worked, and it wasn't supposed to work. Nightmare of factors pushing world into coffee deficit. The US continues to smuggle oil while Turkey complains to Russia it cannot. Who is really to blame for the rise in Asian hate crimes? Spoiler alert, it's not white supremacy. Marco Rubio, there's stuff flying over US bases, and nobody knows what it is. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Taiwan says it has begun mass-producing long-range missiles. Chinese TV stars cut ties with Nike over Xinjiang comments. Suez Canal blockage halts $9.6 billion a day of ship traffic. Tablighi Jamaat men India held for spreading COVID share ordeal. Blogger ordered to pay Singapore PM $99,000 in defamation case. Cargo ship stuck in Egypt's Suez Canal affects shipping worldwide. Africa experienced 30% rise in COVID cases during second wave, study. Bolsonaro under pressure as Brazil COVID deaths top 300,000. Rohingya made homeless by devastating Bangladesh camp blaze. Timeline, North Korea's weaponized diplomacy. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Ed Ceci Cardona, premature to say all kids should be in class in fall, COVID-19 numbers will dictate reopening. New York lawmakers commit to thorough, lengthy impeachment investigation of Andrew Cuomo. Report, Andrew Cuomo's family, including CNN's Chris Cuomo, received prioritized coronavirus testing. General Motors temporarily shutters Missouri plant, extends Michigan closure, reopens Mexico facility. Senator Steve Daines demands restart of border wall construction. Provo apologizes after Real Housewives star wears Native American costume. Bicameral group sends letter to Pelosi expressing outrage over effort to overturn Iowa election. Senate confirms transgender Biden nominee Rachel Levine as Assistant Health Secretary. This is obscene. Rose McGowan slams Kamala Harris joining Bill Clinton fervent on empowering women. Disney preps National Treasure series with Latina's dreamer who will explore identity. The next headlines are from UPI News. South Carolina man wins $200,000 with two identical lottery tickets. Popcorn machine removed from Andy Capitol after triggering fire alarms twice. Wright brothers wing fragment to take flight again on Mars. Watch, zoo provides anti-venom for man bitten by pet green mamba snake. Watch, black bear takes a relaxing soak in Tennessee cabin's hot tub. Look, Civil War cannonball detonated by Maryland bomb squad. Watch, Virginia school finds students lost wallet after 70 years. Website offers $1,000 to binge watch all 24 James Bond films. Watch, technician finds dead snake in motor of Florida family's dryer. Watch, alligator and bull shark swim side by side in Florida lagoon. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Easy and tasty pasta for the month of March. 4 tips on choosing the right basement repair company. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Part 2 of 7, Blonde Being describes ET conflict about humanity's fate. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Southwest Air employee goes to infinity and beyond to reunite Buzz Lightyear with excited toddler. Step inside the magical world of an ancient tradition, growing rhubarb by candlelight. After illegally bulldozing historic London pub, developers were ordered to rebuild it brick by brick. In world first, key African species will be relocated to another continent after it became extinct in India. Senior takes hundreds of thank you cards to truck stops during pandemic to show drivers her gratitude. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, March 25th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. New study reports that taking Viagra could lead to a longer life. CMS school COVID positive. Artificial intelligence. IPL 2021. NHAI. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Instagram will soon let you save stories as drafts to edit later. Dyson's V15 Detect vacuum uses a green laser to light up your grimy floors. The European Space Agency is developing an autonomous robot to explore the moon's caves. War and games. Why are there so many World War II games? The Trevor Project enlists Google's AI to help combat the LGBTQ suicide crisis. Amazon is asking drivers to sign a biometric consent form, or lose their jobs. Marantz CD 6007 review, the CD player that rekindled my love for the format. Segway is back, but less insane and with sit-on scooters. These 10 productivity apps can help you regain time, and they are all an extra 30% off. NASA unveils plans for first ever flight on Mars. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Aerosol formation in clouds. Weird earthquake reveals hidden mechanism. Photosynthesis could be as old as life itself. Optical fiber could boost power of superconducting quantum computers. Semiconductor qubits scale in 2 dimensions. Rodenticides in the environment pose threats to birds of prey. Green leafy vegetables essential for muscle strength. New study finds false memories can be reversed. Dangerous landfill pollutants ranked in order of toxicity. A better treatment for sickle cell disease. The next headlines are from Information Week. Why and how the Chief Information Officer role is changing. What IT leaders can do to diminish fear within their teams. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, March 25th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah Jazz return home, work out some kinks in annihilation of short-handed Brooklyn Nets. The triple team, the Nets sat all of their good players on Wednesday, so the Jazz won easily. A look into the last-ditch, and misleading, campaign by Utah sheriffs to get bail reform repealed. Taylor Swift, Evermore Park draw prospective lawsuits. The Salt Lake Tribune is pioneering one path forward for local news. See its playbook here. Bimes run in the NCAA tournament ends with 52-46 loss to Arizona. Utah's statewide mask mandate will end April 10th after Governor Spencer Cox signed pandemic endgame bill. Utah reports more than 500 new cases of the coronavirus, and 5 more deaths. Historic Manti murals may be saved after all, but not in the temple. Now we can go to Disneyland. Biden's election may let mom and her daughters leave the Utah church they've been in for 3 years. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Samus targets audio files by adding 24-bit Kaba streaming to S2 platform. Asset management giant Fidelity files for a Bitcoin ETF. Linus Torv American League Division Series on where Rust will fit into Linux. Scientists discover how humans develop larger brains than other apes. How Tesla's bizarre swipe to drive gear selector works. Free software advocates seek removal of Richard Stallman and entire FSF board. Wright brothers moment, NASA to fly Ingenuity Mars helicopter in early April. Researchers found a way to send tiny robots into mouse brains. Twitter is exploring the use of Facebook-style emoji reactions. GNOME 40 released. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Missouri Senate debates legislation limiting local health orders. 1 woman dead, 1 injured after shooting in Jennings. Fox 2 tours St. Louis County Justice Center with its new director. Local doctor fights the COVID virus while husband fights overseas. Blues fans ruminate on the shocking death of Bobby Pledger. Raccoon eliminated after wild ride, new celebrity came to crash the party on The Masked Singer Season 5. SSM Health Medical Minute, Urgent Care VER, where to take your kids for health emergencies. Legal Lens, navigating divorce for people over 50. St. Louis Urban League leader hopes his COVID battle inspires others to get vaccinated. Missouri helping people get rides to vaccine appointments. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Carlsbad Unified OK's option for secondary students to return to campus full-time. Stadium stories, NFL great John Lynch was beloved and booed at Qualcomm Stadium. Woman hospitalized after falling into water near La Jolla Cove. Second dose side effects, what symptoms should you look for? As Martin testifies in Washington, protest held in her home district. El Cajon mayor says San Diego moved too fast opening convention center to migrant kids. Council member suggests removing conquistador imagery from city seal. Steyer could jump in as first Democrat in gubernatorial race against Newsom. East County grocery store briefly evacuated over suspicious device. Tatis Jr. feeling better, could return soon to Padres lineup. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Manhwa, what to know and where to get started. Benedict Cumberbatch excels as everyday spy in the Courier. Facebook says cyber spies in China targeted Uyghurs. SBU nabs Belarus KGB spy. Chinese hackers targeted Uyghurs living in U.S. Facebook security team finds News Channel 3-12. Facebook takes down China-linked hacking campaign targeting Uyghurs. Quick news, Jersey, profile, magic, blues, spy, dark horizons. Harry Dunn, family ask for calls and texts between Central Intelligence Agency spy and husband. First look, Polar releases latest watch, the Vantage M2, Canadian running magazine. Halle Berry joins Mark Wahlberg in new Netflix spy movie. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. China confirms Z-10 attack helicopter crashed in Hunan province. U.S. Army Armor School receives newest M1 Abrams tank variant. Russian Navy preps for Zircon hypersonic missile tests in Barents Sea. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Sina goes private after 21 years on Nasdaq. H&M faces boycott in China over year-old Xinjiang cotton ban. When Christianity was tolerated in early Qing China. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, March 25, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. San Jose police step up foot patrols. AstraZeneca confirms strong vaccine protection after U.S. rift. Santa Clara County reports increase in how long COVID patients are hospitalized. Rally to end violence against Asian Americans held in East Bay. First possible Democratic candidate emerges amid governor recall effort. Crews respond to fire in SF Spittal Heights neighborhood. How Orinda parents kept kids in good spirits, adapt to constant school changes. Dublin School District Board member dies in vehicle pedestrian collision. Oakland on track for record-breaking year in murders. Man with body armor, 5 guns arrested after walking into Atlanta grocery store. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Police chief, state's attorney tell Elgin leaders how new criminal justice law is flawed. It's beyond said, Barrington High School alum among Boulder shooting victims. Cook County takes appointments for 16,000 doses at 5 sites including Des Plaines. COVID-19 update, with 2,793 new cases, Pritzker concerned about some rising numbers. Illinois in top 25 states for getting COVID-19 doses from feds, putting shots into arms. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle's Montlake Bridge to close for a month beginning in August for repairs. Catalytic converter thefts are on the rise in Washington. Here's how to protect your car. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Malawi, Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, China, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 598.41 km, in, unknown, March 25, 2021, 3:57 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Pacaya in Guatemala. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Etna in Italy. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, March 25th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. Why cybercriminals are winning. Britain's Integrated Review, a science and tech superpower with an Indo-Pacific tilt. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Bank of America employee accused of stealing nude photos from customer's phone. Showers and maybe a storm return for your Thursday morning commute. Former HPD officer accused of stealing drugs sentenced to 87 months in prison. HFD to conduct prescribed burn at Houston Arboretum today. Suspect in Vanessa Guillen murder asks judge to throw out confession. Demand expected to exceed COVID-19 vaccine supply as Texas expands eligibility. YouTube star creates top-selling inclusive beauty brand. Dr. Rachel Levine gets Senate confirmation, first openly transgender federal official for key post. Chrissy Teigen shuts down popular Twitter account in reaction to negativity. Printfresh is a women-owned company making inclusive, sustainable pajamas. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Italy, teen in hijab aims to be Afro-influencer on TikTok. Wisconsin prisoner population dropped in 2020 amid pandemic. Here's what foreign brands have to say about Xinjiang. The latest, virus interrupts forming of new Dutch government. Amid growing challenges, Biden to hold first news conference. Wemo takes Taiwan a step further to establishing smarter cities. Taiwan reports 3 imported COVID-19 cases, tally at 1,012. Transfers boost Samson's Cougars, others into NCAA Sweet 16. Weaned on Hollywood endings, Americans now face a messy one. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Many years who need stimulus checks the most face high fees just to cash them. Cuomo's relatives reportedly got VIP COVID tests at start of pandemic. Finally, New Jersey has a marijuana regulatory commission. Extra, these Knicks fans wore bandolin shirts to a game. What happened next will not surprise you. Declining revenues show pandemic's devastating impact on NYC restaurant industry. As new COVID variants spread, concerned NYC officials call for a pause on reopening. MTA still running heavily subsidized express bus service despite few riders. Sean Donovan has been a go-to guy for emergencies. Can he lead NYC post-pandemic? Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. NYC announces major expansion of free programs for preschoolers. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Debt moratoria in the next pandemic, be prepared, and be fair. Centering Equity, a Vision for Global Health in 2021. After the fire, rebuilding of Rohingya camp, a race against time ahead of monsoon season. Hope and numbers, what will it take to tip the scales on climate action? The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Exclusive, border agent gives inside account of overcrowded facilities. Welcome to the winter of our discontent. Welcome to shocked and awed 21st century geopolitics. Biden considering executive action on gun control, Psaki says. Hidden news, Francis D. Sheldon was a millionaire philanthropist who owned an island that trafficked kids like Epstein, and you cannot find this information anywhere. Dem Senator Tammy Duckworth says she won't vote for any white Biden nominees, unless they're gay. Bill Clinton to host chat with Kamala Harris about women's empowerment. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. First, U.S. Senate confirms transgender doctor for key post. Colorado supermarket worker narrowly escaped gunman's notice. Is this joker right that COVID's over, baby? Scam alert, Walmart is not giving away vouchers to celebrate going plastic bag free. Did Boris Johnson once liken gun control measures to compulsory vasectomies? Is Shrimpgate guy married to actor who played Topanga on Boy Meets World? Boston turns historic page with first black, first female mayor. Did cargo ship draw a penis before getting stuck in Suez Canal? Feds, Oath Keeper coordinated with Proud Boys before riot. Biden taps VP Harris to lead response to border challenges. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Arizona Governor cherry-picked illegal immigration data to exaggerate rise under Biden. 3 false claims about the federal voting rights bill. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Who really killed Michael Jordan's dad? Biden desperate for last-ditch Afghan deal before admitting he'll miss Trump's withdrawal deadline. Hailey Bieber's YouTube channel is a scattered but clever way to step out of Justin's shadow. Biden wants to end endless wars, but dodges the big battle. The real-life killer clown that terrorized America. The most beautiful place on earth you might not be allowed to leave. The GOP's new rule, white people can shoot, but black people cannot vote. Lauren Graham on the Mighty Ducks, Gilmore Girls, and just wanting people to feel nice. The GOP is the party of no hope, and endless mass murders. Fox News isn't even trying to hide that it purged these staffers. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Drake FaceTimes Kyle Lowry during post-game presser. Caris LeVert pours in 28 points to propel Pacers past Pistons. Kristaps Porzingis leads Mavericks past woeful Timberwolves. Another shooting at New York City Housing Authority complex plagued by recent gun violence. CNN ripped for defense of Chris Cuomo's preferential COVID testing. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Global telescope creates exquisite map of black hole's swirling magnetic field. When did we first consider life might exist elsewhere in the universe? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Southern states brace for another tornado outbreak. COVID-19 deaths will stall as coronavirus infections spike across the U.S., CDC says. Another major tornado outbreak takes aim at Southeast. Coronavirus deaths will not decline as new hotspots emerge, CDC says. Pandemic-related delays in cancer screenings raise concerns. UK trial tests benefits of giving different COVID-19 vaccines for first, second shots. NASA's Mars helicopter carries a piece of Wright brothers' plane. NASA readies helicopter for historic flight on Mars. U.S. health officials question AstraZeneca trial data amid push to speed up vaccinations. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Pope Francis cuts salaries for cardinals, other clerics, in Vatican as coronavirus economic fallout pummels Holy See. Deadly inmate attack on Iowa penitentiary staffers was escape attempt, police. Buffalo radio host fired for comparing toes to black women's skin tones on air. Infamous New Jersey gym owner offers free memberships to people who don't get vaccinated. Cruise lines pressure CDC to lift coronavirus sailing restrictions in bid for Biden's return to normal. After border visit, NY Rep. Esparza says Biden must break down bureaucracy keeping migrant kids detained. Wallet missing for almost 70 years returned to 85-year-old woman. Cuomo directed health officials to prioritize his relatives, associates for COVID testing in 2020, report. Armed man breaks into home, steals cat at gunpoint. Gillibrand launches new push to punish sexual predators in the military. The following headlines are from military.com. Top Navy auditor sexually harassed women for 20 years, IG fines. Seoul, North Korea fires 2 projectiles into sea. Cold weather gear company partners with Air Force to create lightweight flight suit. U.S., Turkey remain divided over purchase of Russia's S-400S. GOP lawmaker cites military satire site duffel blog at extremism hearing. Part of Wright brothers' first airplane on NASA's Mars chopper. Biden signs sweeping new law allowing VA to vaccinate all veterans, spouses. 3 Russian bomber pilots killed by ejection system glitch. Veterans, military families could lead the way in making America civil again, groups say. Wearable health monitors could lead to mentally tougher troops, experts say. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Column, Evanston's reparations plan is more symbol than substance. Column, COVID-19 vaccinations are everyone's chance to do something good, and get sculpted abs. Sources, potentially explosive material found at near Northside apartment where FBI, bomb squad, SWAT called to hazmat at scene of man's earlier death. Loretto Hospital doctor embroiled in vaccine controversy resigns, officials say. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, Governor Pritzker gets his shot and raises concerns over rising COVID-19 cases as state reports 107,219 vaccine doses administered, 2,793 new cases and 20 additional deaths. More CPS students sign up for in-person learning but still no high school return date set, district sets pre-Labor Day opening for next fall. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 31,509 additional people fully vaccinated for a total of 1,890,722, 14.84% of the state's population including 42.56% of those over 65, 107,219 doses administered yesterday. Everyone just went running, chaotic scene unfolds as customer shot dead outside busy Secretary of State's office in Bridgeview, 2 suspects held. Man fatally wounded in Gresham Alley, 1 of 5 shot in less than 4 hours Wednesday afternoon. Cook County Land Bank head announces resignation, heading to private sector job. The following headlines are from FIS.org. LA's biggest quake threat sits on overlooked part of San Andreas, study says, that may be good. Australia begins long-haul tour recovery as floodwaters recede. Russia launches more UK telecom satellites into space. Technology uses single approach to develop electronics, acoustics. Genome sequenced for pesky pumpkin pathogen. Once in a century UK wildfire threats could happen most years by end of century. Lawyers used sheepskin as anti-fraud device for hundreds of years to stop fraudsters pulling the loo. Decline in black cherry regeneration may herald wider forest change. Reading between the diamonds, scientists expand deep carbon story. U.S. report, bald eagle population soar in lower 48 states. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, March 25th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. After you die, your body could be turned into a diamond. What the shade-grown label means on your coffee. New images of M87's black hole reveal its swirling magnetic field. Please stop using the term spirit animal. The cancers that are contagious. How ancient forests formed coal and fueled life as we know it. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. After silent strike, Myanmar protests again met with force. Penny dreadful, Georgia man receives final paycheck in coins. Italy, teen in hijab aims to be Afro-influencer on TikTok. One report, 4 theories, scientists mull clues on virus origin. World markets mixed after tech sell-off on Wall Street. Can I take painkillers before or after a COVID-19 vaccine? The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Bridge, March 25, 2021. Word Game, March 25, 2021. Horoscopes, March 25, 2021. Jenny Slate, choose a minimalist approach to life. Ask Amy, wife's misdirected text robbed our friend group. Harriet Cole, should I tell my friend what her boyfriend is doing? Miss Manners, have I waited too long to correct my boss's wife? Larry Magid, a Trump-branded social network is a bad idea. Dear Abby, my cool friend turned cold when I didn't leap at her invitation. Sharks Logan Couture injured by hit from King's Jeff Carter. Officer injured in confrontation over abandoned vehicles. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Lake lowered at Audubon Park, boating, fishing not allowed. Migrants stuck in Spain's Canary Islands say camps are unfit. Florida man charged with COVID relief fraud. West Virginia governor announces road repair projects. Greek Independence Day events culminate in military parade. Bill would allow students to opt out of LGBT curriculum. Vanderbilt announces new dean of nursing to start July 1st. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Asylum seekers expelled by Biden administration say they feel deceived. The Paraquat poisoning problem. Biden's inner circle maintains close ties to vaccine makers, disclosures reveal. Cuomo's COVID-19 vaccine passport leaves users clueless about privacy. Chuck Schumer tells labor leaders PRO Act gets a floor vote with 50 co-sponsors. Nina Turner's campaign gets a boost from Congressional Progressive Caucus PAC. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, March 25, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Researchers use machine learning to rank cancer drugs in order of efficacy. Preservative used in hundreds of popular foods may harm the immune system. Frequent consumption of meals prepared away from home associated with an increased risk of death. Scientists find evidence that novel coronavirus infects the mouth cells. MIT engineers make filters from tree branches to purify drinking water. Failed your New Year resolution again? Join the club. Inhibiting impact of dust aerosols on eastern Pacific tropical cyclones from the perspective of energy transmission. Anabolic androgenic steroids accelerate brain aging. New light on baryonic matter and gravity on cosmic scales. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Sun-Times Mock Draft 2.0, Bears trade up to take Ohio State QB Justin Fields at number 3. Armed robberies reported on the near West Side, police. 10 shot, 2 fatally, Wednesday in Chicago. Man fatally shot by police in suburban Forest Park, police say. Man charged with shooting last year in Washington Park, police. Northwestern women fall short in Sweet 16 bid. Horoscope for Thursday, March 25, 2021. Streeterville building partially evacuated for hazmat situation. Bomb squad, FBI call to apartment. Bulls continue stumbling. Front office remains patient at deadline. COVID-19 claims 15 people in life of one Milwaukee woman. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. Can Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt win a Senate seat and defeat China? Drunk ding-dongs stole Hammy the bear from Hammerstones in Soulard. Why did a St. Louis man die in a federal prison coronavirus hotspot? St. Louis Oddities and Curiosities Expo is coming to America's Center. The Bioenergy Code reviews. Is Bioenergy Code program a scam or legit? Unbiased review. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Numerous women say their drinks were spiked at a Birmingham bar, and their complaints were ignored. Two-time Senate loser John James is considering running for Michigan governor in 2022. Emma Jean Royal Oak gears up to host indoor live music and comedy performances. Detroit's Kitschy Tiki boat tours are now available out of Wyandotte. Public employees in Michigan's Ingham County can no longer be discriminated against for their hair. Pay gap narrows, but Michigan women still earn less than men. How to get a COVID-19 vaccine in Michigan, and other help. The Republicans are not a serious party. Savage love, what does it mean to be in good working order to be in a relationship? Free Will Astrology, March 24th to 30th. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, March 25th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Best virtual bets, Clue, Zarzuela, and Mysterious Seas. Whitney Merciless restructures his awful contract with the Texans. I worry cinemas closing will make us watch movies like Republicans. Upcoming Houston food events, brunch with the bunny and a new lunch. Brit Vosicek on the particular brilliance of Ravina's honey. Astros give McCullers 5-year $85 million extension. Does Rusty Harden's statement mean Watson trade talks back on? 5 reasons to get excited about the new Life is Strange. Degree of difficulty, starting a counseling career during a pandemic. Houston Concert Watch 3/24, water parks, Samantha Fish and more. The next headlines are about world records making news. NZ Tongan Discus Champion I's world record in new sport, Matt Ng Tonga. Motsa Tower breaks Guinness World Record, Israel Hayam. Veteran looks to set world record for push-ups, WFLX. Veteran looks to set world record for push-ups at Evolution Fitness, WPTV.com. Man breaks record for highest jump out of water, khow.com. Milik splits 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 86 seconds anchoring 4,200 free quartet to Hungarian record, Swimming World magazine. Watch Emma Carey's world record 21.2 and 8:51, video, morning chalk up. Powerlifter Kasamson Senamwang deadlifts 7 kilograms over IPF world record in training, bar bend. Would you try the world's hottest beer? This brewing company thinks it may have set a record, KCRA Sacramento. Alan 2021, NAR will set world record as Ronaldo spoils hosts Golden Hopes, International Paralympic Committee. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. H&M purged from Chinese maps and online stores for criticizing forced labor in Xinjiang. You'll need the Galactic Empire's budget to afford this mechanical Star Wars Death Star watch. Man with no work experience will now arbitrate your reality. GameStop decided now is a good time to start selling graphics cards. House Republican falls for joke article by Dick Scuttlebutt at hearing on extremism in military. Twitter banned clown seeks new posting crown. Guns.com gets hacked, spilling gun owner information all over the dark web. The curious case of Qualcomm's rumored Nintendo Switch clone. Utah passes porn filter bill that's not quite fully fleshed out. Where are all the aliens, maybe trapped in underground oceans? What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was N'Djamena in Chad at 115.7 degrees Fahrenheit or 46.5 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Dome in Antarctica at minus 73.66 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 58.7 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. After dramatic rebuke, AstraZeneca lowers vaccine efficacy estimate, a little. It's been 20 years since the launch of Mac OS X. Facebook shuts down hackers who infected iOS and Android devices. Former Trump vaccine czar fired over substantiated sexual harassment claim. Having it all, protecting biodiversity, carbon capture, and fish stocks. Slack pledges update to connect DM after realizing harassment exists. Event Horizon Telescope captures new view of black hole in polarized light. Global chip shortage worsens, forces production cuts at GM, Hyundai. Apple updates pages, numbers, and Keynote to 11.0. Qualcomm is reportedly building a Nintendo Switch clone, powered by Android. The following headlines are from Raw Story. I was afraid for my life, BLM activists mostly victorious in NC case that challenged unconstitutional protest ban. Charlie Kirk's conservative student activist organization is plagued by the far right, and now by the FEC. Sociopaths, Seth Meyers draws a straight line between GOP, NRA and Fox News stopping action on mass shootings. FBI arrests Oregon Proud Boys for helping others break barriers into the Capitol. Maddow explains exactly why John Cornyn is fighting new Department of Justice nominee, and it has nothing to do with qualifications. Lord of the Rings loving lawyer may be Oathkeeper's great, shining hope, report. How Donald Trump is giving away the game on the GOP's vicious power play. Former Yale psychiatrist says she was fired after Alan Dershowitz complained about anti-Trump tweets. Tucker Carlson compares Asian American senator to the KKK in unhinged rant. Cuomo used state doctor to test his family at their homes, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Big banks have piped $3 trillion into fossil fuels since the Paris climate deal. San Francisco janitors are on strike for COVID safety, and the fight doesn't end there. Virginia just abolished the death penalty. Lawmakers spar over need for new domestic terrorism laws. Nothing will test Biden's quest for bipartisanship like Republicans blocking gun control. Post-Trump, the GOP continues to be the party of white grievance. Democrats have a once-in-a-century moment to protect voting rights. The water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi, is a dire warning sign. Only a matter of time, weary Coloradans mourn another mass shooting in their state. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. Sasquatch brings back Maneater with John Oates, prepares for Bigfoot Festival, Chattanooga Times Free Press. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Professor Avi Loeb, Harvard astrophysicist, KTLA. Worth watching, alien at a UFO convention, the day sports stood still, a seal in trouble, PBS fast forwards, Blue Mountain Eagle. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Scientists have learned how nervous system behaves in ischemia, Mirage News. Aptinix reports fourth quarter and full year 2020 financial results and provides corporate update, Argus Press. Daily rewiring of a neural circuit generates a predictive model of environmental light, science advances. Presymptomatic training mitigates functional deficits in a mouse model of Rett syndrome, Nature.com. Neuromorphic Computing Market 2021 study, big changes will have a big impact. IBM, Samsung Electronics, Intel Corporation, HRL Laboratories, the Bezos Network. Full text, experimental disease-modifying agents for frontotemporal lobar degenerate, Dove Medical Press. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, March 25, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Senator Marco Rubio concerned about UFOs near military bases. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, March 25, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.